That could come back to bite me one day. What's going on, guys? It's a beautiful Central Texas day. It's about 92 degrees outside. It's a little hot, but it's actually cooler than it has been, and more importantly than that, it's dry. It's rained every day for the past 2 weeks straight, and I've not been able to touch my bike at all. I've been chomping at the bit to get on two wheels again, and I don't have a lot of time to ride today, but I wanted to come out and buzz around the old Alcoa plant here. I haven't been out here in about 2 years, and I'm really just curious to see how everything's looking. There's supposed to be some kind of activity going on, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Also, this is the backdrop for my Ninja 400 review. I haven't seen a lot of people really doing too much on the Ninja 400s, except for one guy by the name of Motovlog, who's got a great YouTube channel. If somehow you're seeing this video and you haven't seen his channel yet, go subscribe to him and watch him. The dude makes great content, is entertaining, and makes good quality videos. It's just a good all-around channel. And I watched his Ninja 400 review right before I got mine, or maybe right after I got mine. I can't remember anyway. But the dude helped me come to grips with the fact that I really did make the right decision, because I really wanted to get a ZX6R. However, this is my first bike on the street, and while I think I could have handled the ZX6R just fine, I think this bike was definitely the right choice. Because even though the bike is powerful, considerably more than the 300 and the 250s, certainly, it's a forgiving bike that's a lot of fun. And I gotta tell you guys, this thing has not disappointed me. I've had it since mid-April. I've got 2,100 miles on it, and in these 2,100 miles, I've had an absolute blast. The power's great, especially the low mid-range power is really nice. The way the bike corners, the bike is fantastic. It hugs the road, and it really falls into these corners, man. It's effortless, and that's actually one reason that I think the bike could maybe not be a good starter bike for certain people. It can be a little intimidating, the way the bike handles in corners. It corners like a Super Sport does. It's the way the ergonomics are, the way you sit on this bike, not your posture and the way the foot pegs are and everything, but the way the seat is and the way you sit in this bike and the way this bike corners. The slightest push of the hand here makes the bike fall over. I guess the 250s, I've never ridden a Ninja 250, I've never ridden the 250 or the 300, but I guess from my understanding it's not quite that way. All I've ever heard this compared to is the Super Sports and the way they handle corners. So that could be a little intimidating for a beginner with no motorcycle experience. I grew up riding dirt bikes. I had a pretty good amount of motorcycle experience, so I was fairly comfortable. Still, I think this was the right decision. The power on this bike really surprised me. God almighty. The power on the bike really surprised me. It's got plenty of passing power. The bike probably tops out at 120, not that I know from experience or anything. The bike wheelies. It's a starter bike that can wheelie. Granted, it only really wheelies in first gear, but I mean, you can clutch up wheelies in this thing perfectly, and it's comfortable. It's great on gas, way more than my car and my truck. Anyway, that's the point I tried to get. I tried to sell it with my wife, which did not work. But really, you think about everything you want in a motorcycle. You want some power, you want good handling, you want a comfortable ride. This is it. This is it for a 5,000. I think 5,000 brand new price tag. The price tag, the MSRP on this bike, because I got the KRT paint scheme and I got ABS, is $5,500. It's you know, it's a cheap bike. It's nice though. For the price, you get a lot of bike. Oh boy, looking at all this is memories. My grandfather was a supervisor out here for a long time, and it's odd seeing this place shut down the way it is, like a ghost town. But I digress. The bike has everything you'd want on it. Like I said, the gauges, the whole dash setup is like the Ninja 650, which is aesthetically pleasing. It's nice. The looks of the bike itself are nice. They got the stylings after the ZX-10 and even like the Ninja H2, you know. It's a beautiful bike, and the KRT paint scheme, which you can't really see with me on it riding, looks beautiful on this bike. I don't have a lot of negative to say about the bike, except for this big bazooka goofy ass exhaust, and the way it sits, because I have a tendency to put my feet, I have a tendency to ride on the balls of my feet, you know, up on my toes, and when you do that on this bike, a lot of times you'll catch your heel, or, you know, depending on how you sit, you'll have your foot up against that exhaust, and you feel it, and it's just, it just aggravates. Fuck. Not to mention it doesn't sound that great, but it's a 400. I mean, I can't really complain about the exhaust sounds on this little bike. So I've yet to see somebody in person. I've never seen another Ninja 400 in person. So I don't know what really a slip-on sounds like with a Ninja 400. I know I've watched YouTube videos, but YouTube videos do not do justice to exhaust sounds. I don't care how much people think they do or anything. I've heard some really nice sounding cars on YouTube. I've heard some, you know, on YouTube that when you listen to in person, they sound great. They just don't do it justice, so I'm really not going to base it on that. But I don't know, the bike's treated me well, guys. I've had it, like I said, since mid-April with 2,100 miles. I've loved every bit of this bike. It's comfortable. I'm not going to say the speed's there. The power is there where it needs to be for this kind of bike. It's not underwhelming, and it's not overwhelming. It's comfortable. It's smooth, yet snappy, if that makes sense. It's not just smooth all the way through. You've definitely got your little punch moments on this bike where to kind of throw you back a little bit. What can I say? There's nothing else I can say about it. It's beautiful. Everything about it is fantastic. I support this bike 100%. Let me open it up a little bit. I know there's going to be terrible wind noise, but I don't care. Whew, I could not tell what that was at first. I'm terrified of coming over a hill and there being a cop, or, oh God, if that Jeep would have been. Oh God. Alright guys, that about wraps up today's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new, which should be every last one of you because this is a brand new channel. Hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you next time.